Good morning, everyone. It's wonderful to see you. Today's Tuesday. So today we're going to bring Jesus in. I was just talking to him. So let me introduce and say hello to everyone who's here. Again, all of you who come, I very much appreciate it. And I'm very grateful. So we'll say hello to Chase and Cavell and Barbara Ward and Carol. Good morning. And that's where we are today. So what we're going to do is take a moment and we're going to ask Mother, Father to come and to be within each of our hearts. And we're going to ask for all the phylums of the various angels to come and to sit with us and all the ascended master beings. And we're going to welcome all those souls who are looking forward to know more and to walk their path in their light. And as we do these things, let's all say our mantra together. I am the soul. I am the light divine. I am love. I am will. I am fixed design. And let's take a breath, knowing that every day it goes within the cells of who you are, moving you to a greater experience of light. Now, I already have received one Christmas present. My daughter called and was in a very grumpy mood, I must say, to let me know her flight schedule of her coming and when she was leaving. So that's exactly what I said to her. I said, well, if you're planning on coming, I hope you come with a little bit better of an attitude. So we'll see how that works out. I haven't seen her for, maybe 3 years. We've been kind of down here on our own. So that's one joy in my world. So I'm sure there's going to be many in all of your worlds. But today it's about Jesus. It was interesting when I was speaking with him. There was like only 2 things he wanted to touch today, and that was about love and about joy. And I asked him, is that about the Christmas season? And he said, no, this is about everyone, the adults, the children, and about finding love. So let's see. Good morning, Carol Cook and Marby, Kathy Marino. Very good. So let me turn it over to him and see what he has to tell us about learning more about love, and maybe he'll talk also about joy. Good morning, my brothers and my sisters. My heart is humble as I come to be with all of you today. And yes, TheoSophia speaks truth. I wish to speak to you about love. And the first images that come to my mind are the children. But I say to you, if the adults haven't yet discovered the secret of love, how can they teach the children of the world? For there is another vein of hatred and anger in the world. For I speak only once and you understand what I say. For it is the love we must focus our awareness and our thoughts upon now. It is love that must engulf the soul of everyone, to have them feel and be the light. So perhaps your question is, well, how do I find love within myself, Jesus? And perhaps you ask me how I found love. My experience with love has been very sacred to me. Very sacred. My teacher was Elijah and my father. And as I would sit with one or the other, they would continually request me to answer how I felt about myself. And for a long time it was confused. It was confused. I didn't know. I did not understand. So I speak this so if that is where you are, embrace yourself for its understanding. Confusion precedes the truth. So as I would spend days of time being around familia and others in my journey, I would be asked again, and what is love today, young Jesus? And I began to understand that I felt something in my heart about those whom I saw often. And it was a gentleness I could perceive that perhaps the individual did not even know. And perhaps there was a cooperation, a flow to the energy that they held and they moved around. I could see the energy around people. So I'm here today to ask you, what lens from within you do you see the people around you? For it is through your lens you determine first what that person is and what they're about. And even when you look into the mirror and how you see yourself, what lens are you using? Perhaps this verbiage is new, and perhaps it's not. Yet, love is such a word that has such extension possibility that it could move around a globe within a thought. And yet that powers at times is being given to the other words I've given to destroy. So if we can begin to hold the thought and ask that love show us the way, we may find our feet tend to guide us maybe a little this way and a little that way, and allow our thoughts to contemplate above, and our hearts to be in the earth with Mother. There is much between here and where Mother lies, and you must not get pulled any way. It is to constantly have the ability to, where is my love? Am I in love with me? And what would that mean? Are you in love with you? The first word I contemplate is understanding. To embrace and gently have kind thoughts and embrace of a gentleness about yourself. To get to a place where that kindness becomes a piece of the energy of your being, I'm not so sure you all understand that. Let's imagine that it's a clear crystal and it has vibrational power. You can feel that. But is separate from you until you change that. Until you hold that crystal and meditate with it and allow it to become in the allness within you. You then have the power of that crystal within you. And some would say, I don't feel it anymore. It must not really be the strength I thought it was. And this is the same thing that happens within your being. You find love. And the more you get used to that drop of love that you have experienced, then it's not unusual. And you accept that you are in the love. And life goes on without the experiment of continually growing. If you think of the statement of, with just a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. Is it then true that with a drop of love, you can consume and embrace and transform the world? My dear beloved ones, it can be true. With an energy of that drop of love that is so intense and powerful and has depth and frequency, depends on how you've built it. If it's from that original first drop that came when you experienced your parents in comfort and their kindness and their smiles, probably not yet ready to move that mountain, that love, that mustard seed. But as you grow and there's others, and it's deeper and there's more, and you learn to respect yourself and cherish the love you hold within yourself, and it begins to become empowered and has a freedom to become more within you, to embrace each cell, to embrace those places where you've been lost or forgotten. And yes, there are those who have brought patterns with them from other lives, and they also need to be seen and to be loved and embraced. So understand the journey of love is a growing. It is the path. And there is no limitation to how much love that you can hold. There is no quality of it that's enough, for it never ends. And why I chose to speak of this today is I feel there are those who, yes, I love. And I want to say to you, I yet still expand my love. I observe it like the flow of the river, like the consciousness of a human soul as it grows and develops and shifts. There's a great depth in the word love, in the experience of love. There's a gentleness and a kindness that is not even those words anymore. It is so much more. And as now you are beginning to lift up from your seat, as we stay rooted deep into the earth, imagine my Father's hand reaching out to you. And in that moment, as you touch his hand, and everything becomes illuminated and blue and soft pink and yellow, you would say to yourself, this is love. Yes, It is yet another depth of love. But it is to become familiar with it and begin to bring it down into this earth and hold it and let it become you. This is the gift love is. So once again, let's begin to lift up and reach your hand out to Mother Mary, my mother. And here it will be various other colors in a different frequency. And then the question is why? Why isn't it all the same? So it is so diverse in its existence and so large. In each individual, it will never be the same. It will be like the blueprint of your life. When we sit in council in heaven, we can observe individuals by their love they hold. And yes, there are those times when it is darkness. But we are encouraged because darkness has been the teacher all along. And when you can find the way during the darkness to lift yourself up with the beauty of the love and the sweetness of the sound. Yes, there is sound and vibration. All of that exists within this word of love. And we will know this person is growing. This person is paying attention to its surrounding, to what's happening within the self. So after my experience upon the earth, you can imagine what the first question I was asked. So, Jesus, my son, how do you love? I can remember my answer very clearly. And my response was at a depth I had never known, to the realization that I was alive within every heart, within every soul, and that I have allowed my heart love to be present and available for everyone, to everything, to every animal, to every tree, to every blade of grass. I was everywhere. And perhaps there's times when you inhale, you breathe in the love of me and exhale it. So remember, my friend, as you grow, your love grows. And the depth of that which is the highest love will become you. And as you radiate who you are into the world, you're not just radiating energy, my dears. You are radiating love, which encompasses forgiveness, friendship, forgiveness, happiness, and most importantly, joy. Joy is a frequency that we love to hear in the Christmas music. Have you ever wondered why? That Alleluia has been sung. Not just for my birth, but for your birth also. For we are one. Sometimes it is forgotten, and the feet still walk upon the path, and the door will still knock and say, hello, I'm still here. And it can still be ignored, and yet there will come a time when it is answered, hello, I want to get to know you. I want to understand you and have a knowingness of the depth of that which love can bring. There's never an aloneness in the word of love, the experience of love, the expression of how it has come to earth. For it is me, my father and my mother, and those like me, like perhaps you. And it is as love encompasses the world will change. It lies within you, my friend. It lies within you. So, what is love? The simplicity of it doesn't give us the understanding of the power of it. When I speak of power as divine power, love can transform a decision. It can transform relationship. It can transform how you think of yourself or how you think of me and my familia. And at that point, you have lost the understanding that we are one. My Father's hand reaches out to each of you to walk with you, just as I have learned. And you one day will be one who will put your hand out to walk with others also. When the depth of love arrives for you, there is not a timetable. It is an action of living and breathing and walking the path. No, it will come. Hurrying will not bring it. One step in front of another. Have the experience. Love as you go. And as you do, it will grow. And it will fill your heart with a sound of joy. And you will hear those chimes from deep within the mind as it reminds you, yes, I am here. I am there. I am everywhere. We walk together. Our hands will touch. Our hearts will sing that song of love in harmony and truth to the world. And it will not just be the world that you know, but the world beyond the world, beyond the world, beyond the world, beyond the world. That which all yet you do not know. But it is so. So, this season is about love. You are free. What is your choice about love to be? Love makes a difference in which gift you choose, with how it'll be seen and what it will do. Many things I could say, but I understand now you know, to the best that you can, and you will grow. A touch, just a drop of that love you see, can move a mountain between you and me. Many blessings. Wondrous love to you. Namo. And you can come back into the room when you're ready. Yes, I agree, Cavell. Very moving. I'm sure we all use the word love every day. Perhaps now we have more of an understanding. Any other thoughts or feelings? Good morning, Carol Cook and Christina and Anik. And you are welcome, Anik. The depth, I would think it would be appropriate to say about the depth of love. Mm-hmm. Well, let's see, pretty much on time also today. Any questions? And for me, the question is, could you feel his love? Yes, thank you, Barbara. And what did that feel like? Did it feel like peace, harmony, tenderness? Yeah. Well, and what are the reasons we don't express it? Because we're afraid it will not be respected, but as long as you do, other people will. And that's what I think he was attempting to, because let's think of his life, and as he walked, those who were close to him respected him. Because they got to experience his love. Pretty much without question, each one met him and just knew that this was something different and something they desired to have in their life. I thought it was an interesting question that he asked is, what lens do you look through? And I wonder how many of you have really contemplated that. I thought he gave us a lot to think about, especially in this season. And how we can possibly, knowing thoughts are things, change the world. Yes, the power to change the world with the simplicity of the love that we ourselves have the engine within us to transform. Peace, kindness, gentleness, harmony were all the frequencies coming through in Jesus' voice and words. Yes, thank you, Barbara. And you know what I think? Probably even a million more. For he has had that experience that yet we're waiting to have. Beautiful. He seems to never let us down. So we must ask ourselves, why do we have a perception that we let ourselves down? Yes, Chase, I agree. It was absolutely beautiful, intense, and powerful when he said you can move a mountain with a drop of love. And I'm sure there's situations where you can place that love in that quotient and see it changes. Well, we're going to observe ourselves. And from today, we're going to see what changes for all of us as we have a different response, a different lens that we're looking for at our world. You know, I thought it was interesting. We were talking to my friends in Shasta yesterday, and during that process in Hawaii, one volcano went off. And we didn't see it. The lady we were talking to on the phone saw it. And we thought, what a shift in the world. And yet we haven't found anything on American TV about it yet. Doug did see it on the internet, but it didn't release like a plume. So it was like a small. And why would I even use that word? So isn't it interesting that something like that, which can mean so many different things, it was in Hawaii. We did talk to people we knew in Hawaii, and they were fine. It was many miles from them. But an intensity that isn't coming to us because that place in Hawaii is of us, just like everything else. So there was a mountain moved yesterday. And I cannot say to the extent, or apparently there wasn't a plume of whatever that is that comes out, but something released. So it's all powerful. And we don't always know it all, we don't always understand. Move a mountain. Well, you know, the interesting thing is our Earth, especially just if you think of America. I don't know if you've ever seen those shows. They show how all the mountains form, and they're constantly moving. They're not stuck in that one place. They are still constantly moving. You're welcome, Chase. I almost said Chance. My grandson. Many blessings to you, too. So choose to decide on what lens you're seeing your world through. Yeah. And the best we can do is to try to always make sure it's through a loving one. And to what depth of love is that perception, that view? And as you grow, it will grow. All right? So if there aren't any questions, and don't forget, I'm hearing about joy, the orchestra from within. All right, so all of you have a great day. Something's here in my way. And Carol is reminding you to hit the like button. Please do. It helps the algorithms. And here's Carol Cook. I used the drop of love with someone this morning, and his text message came through now. Well, now, isn't that interesting? Well, I wish you many blessings with that, Carol. Yeah. And many thankful to you, Carol and Chase, and anyone who helps me do the moderation with the channel. I love and have such a great honoring in my heart for all of you for coming. Tomorrow we will do messages again, and we'll continue our journey of rising. And everybody have a great day. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Marby. All right, until tomorrow, many blessings. Have a great day, Cavell. Thank you.